And here we go. BARFF Fantasy Football Podcast. Season 6, Episode 8. I'm the commish down here in the BARFF Fantasy Football Dungeon. I'm being joined on the line by the greatest co-host in the business, an owner born to run. Walt's on the line. Walt, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Great. Walt earned enough frequent flyer miles going back and forth to the studio every week that he was able to take a vacation. So I hope you're enjoying it.
We're having a great time. Thanks for asking.
All right. We are going to take a look at Week 8. We're going to preview Week 9. We're going to talk about who won the guillotine side bet. And we are going to talk about all things fantasy football through the lens of our league, BARFF, BARFF, Fantasy Football. Joining us also on the line, the owner of Boston Beans, Ant, is on the line. Ant, how are you tonight?
Doing good, Commish. How about yourself?
Doing well. So we've got Boston Beans and Born to Run on the line tonight. We're going to talk about Week 8 action. We have already taken the turn, and I've been trying to avoid using the term, but I'm going to use it now. Playoff implications. A lot of these games, we had owners jockeying for position, and they did not disappoint whatsoever. Walt, what game do you want to look at first?
Well, I think I said if I won, I was calling in. Let's take a look at my game.
All right, let's do it. Let me get that up on the board. We're talking about the game that BTR called in to dunk on Sody Pantloads. Born to Run takes out Sody Pantloads 118-108. Really important win. Born to Run moves to 4-4, and Sody Pantloads falls to 5-3. And right before we jump into the Born to Run and Sody Pantloads recap, also joining us on the line, owner of No Lineup Needed, Christian's on the line. Christian, how are you?
I'm doing great, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We got a full house here.
We got a nice crew going here.
I like
What
it.
up, Cray?
Yo, what's up, Coos?
I love it. All right, let me try to get the graphic up. So this was a 118-108. Born to Run over Sody Pantloads. It is a big day for one player in particular in your lineup. Walt, this is your game. You called in all the way from vacation to get this done. Tell me about your win over Sody Pantloads.
Well, first of all, there's nothing that brings me more gratification when Born to Run beats the Pantloads. We still hold the grudge when I was having the season of seasons, and he knocked me out of the playoffs. So I'd never forgive him for it. So anytime I get a chance to win against him, I'm happy as could be. I mean, it really, honestly, it came down to a couple guys. I mean, no one would have predicted. If we were talking about this last week, I thought Bijan was going to have like 40 points against Miami.
Yeah.
And the fact he only got 5.8, I still can't even explain how that possibly could have happened.
I don't understand it either.
Get it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. It was such a disappointing performance, and I'm sure that Sody feels the same way. You're not expecting a 5-point performance from the player that we were talking up as the best player in fantasy football. So that's a big disappointment, but you certainly got a performance from your running back last week.
Yeah, and then that was the other thing. Actually, Barkley, he just went crazy, and I think he probably would have had more, but the game was out of hand, and he kind of pulled up a little lame. I'm not even concerned about that at all. But, I mean, him getting 35, and what I think was icing on the cake was Chase Brown, who Sody traded to me. Got revenge by getting 25 points against him. So that was outstanding as well. So, yeah, I felt bad, very little, about 1% felt bad for him, but Yeah, it was just great to get that victory.
Ant, did you see this one going Born to Run's way this week? Especially, there's some good matchups. Bo Nix had a good matchup, and Bijan, we all thought had a good matchup. Did you see Born to Run pulling this one out?
I really didn't see BTR taking the W on this one. I thought Pantloads were gonna murder you. Honestly, Walt. Sorry to say that, but Bijan getting 5 was really just crazy. That's what hurt him. I mean, you can look at your
did I just
evens out a little bit, but I mean, still 5 from Bijan. Gotta expect more.
Gotta expect more. And someone that was expecting more out of Bijan Robinson has joined us on the line. The owner of Sody Pantloads, Kyle's on the line. Kyle, how are you?
Doing well. Just quick call because I heard talking about my game. I got to bring my dog to school, which is much needed.
Nice.
So just quick recap. Bijan, me and Tony talked about it. We're like, we thought that guy was gonna go for like 100 points against the Dolphins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then just seeing it just stay in single digits, I was kind of like, okay, maybe it's not my week. But then I see Chase Brown go for 2 touchdowns and the ultimate revenge game after I tried doing that to BTR. I guess that was with Addison, so I guess that was just kind of karma on my end, trying to pull those strings, but then it just happens to me. So, we move on. We got Soren this week, but yeah, other than that, Bijan kind of screwed the week. Well, hey, pleasure as always. Talk to you guys later.
All right, see you, Kyle. Thanks for calling in.
See ya.
All right, that was
he's not wrong though. That definitely. Both, like you said, that's unfortunate. And the last thing I'll say too is though, it was surprising Ferguson got 0, which was really shocked me when that happened.
totally shocking. Yep, 100%. But you pulled it out with 114, and you got a really important win. As you head back into vacation land, you head back there as a team that's 4-4 instead of 3-5, and that's a big difference as we head towards playoff eliminations.
Yeah, especially with Huey coming up, which, without Barkley could be a loss there. So it was huge getting this win.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I was, 3-5, then maybe going to 3-6.
Right.
That would have been rough. That's worst team ever territory, and nobody wants to be that. Nobody wants to be that.
I love it.
All right, boys. I'm going. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks. All right. That was Born to Run calling in, and Sody Pantloads was on the line to defend himself. In the end, Born to Run got the victory this week, 118-108. So let's move on to no lineup needed, taking on Huey Lewis in the News. We've got an uncharacteristic situation in no lineup land because we're in that mid-season where no lineup tends to really blow up. Christian, we have all the faith in the world in you, but this is a little bit of an aberration, I think. We said last week, the team that beats no lineup mid-season has to blow up, and that's what happened against you last week. And yet again, you have another team have a really strong mid-season performance against you as our top team, Huey Lewis in the News. Hold on. Sorry, my apologies, boys. Takes the victory here, 159-131. Christian, tell me about your game.
Yeah, I mean, I really can't say much. When you put up 160 points with like a 0, like I'd really just have to like shrug my shoulders at a loss like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this might be don't want to like say things too early, but I do feel like I have had the unluckiest schedule this year. Just because
blowing up against you.
I have the most points. I have the most points in the league, and I am 3-5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Sody last week putting up 170, Huey Lewis putting up 160 on me. It's gonna happen, and I can't really be mad. I put up 130. I would have beat most of the league. So
yeah,
you win some, you lose some. I had some tough matchups, so
yeah,
still confident in my team here.
You should be. You're putting up big points. I mean, you're positioning yourself well as we get into tiebreakers heading towards the playoffs. It's just teams are having their best weeks against you. I mean, you're losing, but to teams that are scoring 170, 160, it's hard to get victories out of there. On your side of the ball, Christian, any players that performed above or below expectations for you? I mean, clearly Dak Prescott, but outside of that.
I mean, CMC definitely, but that it seems like San Fran was not getting anything going. against Houston. I think Houston's defense does seem pretty formidable. And it looks like, I mean, this is just based on the performance of the players, but it seems like for tight end and my two receivers outside of Rashi, I made every wrong decision when starting people.
Your bench looked good, though.
Yeah, my bench is looking really nice. Can't wait. You're gonna have the best scoring bench in the league. But it's that's annoying. But again, I don't even think if I made every right decision, I would have won this week. So
Yeah.
It's tough, but you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. I mean, Huey Lewis in the news, riding that Jonathan Taylor train. That's tough to beat. CMC, we talked about on insults and injuries earlier, a segment that we did earlier in the week. Quentin Johnston puts up a 0, and Huey still gets 160 points. And is this just what we're going to have to face week in and week out with Huey Lewis in the news?
I guess so, huh? I mean, every week he just finds a way. It's 160 with a guy putting up 0, and then 3.3. I mean, to Christian's point, he didn't get help from Prescott or McCaffrey, but I mean, still 160 with a guy putting up 0 is pretty impressive.
It's almost impossible to believe that the bottom
and
of
he's
his
got
lineup.
Brees Hall on his bench.
Brees Hall was on the bench having a huge game, and then he gets 26 points from the Bucs D and 20 points from the kicker. This is, I mean, that's you're having yourself a heck of a season when you can pull out victories over a 130-point scoring team with riding your kicker and your defense to lead the way. That's impressive. I think we all want to have weeks like that. Yeah. So no lineup needed lives to fight another day. We're just gonna get back on the horse, and Christian, I see better things ahead for you. This is a tough one to score like that. You have the last 2 weeks and lose. That's just kind of brutal. Let's
agreed.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right, let's take a look at Ants game. Boston Beans taking on the Whopper Moppers. The Beans have another huge week, scoring 157 points to the Whopper Moppers. Whopper Moppers were in a similar situation to no lineup needed. They put up a great score, 145, and they still lose. Boston Beans moves to 4-4. Whopper Moppers fell to 4-4. Ant, tell me about your game.
Thank you, Tucker Kraft. That was a nice Sunday night treat to have. I was only up by I think 1 or 2 points, and it was just Tucker Kraft versus Mahomes. And normally you'd think Mahomes dominates that battle, but they just kept feeding Kraft, and yeah, he put up a big game. So really just him and Hurts. Hurts was airing it out. So yeah, thank you those guys.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft was going crazy that night. What a great game for him. Brought a lot of energy, and they just knew to go to him. Christian, you look at Whopper Moppers. TJ Hawkinson, I think that the Moppers have had it with him. I think they benched him this week. Do you see that as justified after he puts up 4.6 points?
Yeah, I mean, that Wentz was injured, but don't think that offense looks very good regardless. I think the only person I would trust there is Jefferson at this point. And I don't even know if J.J. McCarthy is going to play this week. So, yeah, I would not. There's a lot of people I would play over TJ Hawkinson right now.
Yeah.
Tom actually dropped Hawkinson.
Oh, he straight up dropped him. Well, then it's official. Whopper Moppers is done with TJ Hawkinson pulling in. I just had the graphic up, 22nd ranked tight end. You're not expecting that from TJ Hawkinson. And yeah, you can't argue with dumping a guy who's ranked that low right now. Let's take a look at Soaring Eagles and the Springfield Rifle. Another sub 100-point performance for the Springfield Rifle, having an uncharacteristic year. They fall to 1-7. Soaring Eagles scores 121, takes the 121-99 victory. Christian, when you look at this game, solid performance by Soaring Eagles and hard luck again. I think this is the 5th time this season out of 8 games that the Rifle has failed to pull above the century mark. What was the story of this game as you saw it?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of strong performances. I mean, obviously, Gort was missing a second running back there. But outside of that, it's nearly double digits, mid-20s from everyone. And then it seems like the Rifle's really missing a consistent wide receiver. The rest of his team looks fairly good. Yeah. You have a pretty big day from Jordan Love and, 2 top 10 tight ends that are filling in there. Yeah. But I don't know, that wide receiver position is not enviable.
No, that's going to be tough moving forward. And when you get a combined 4.2 points out of your wide receivers, are you ever going to win a game?
Not usually. You know, we've all been there. It just sucks, especially when, you know, if you're in Rifle's position, you look over and see 0.2 from one of his running backs. You know, you got to think like, man, this is my week.
Right.
And
You're
you
fired
just
up.
replicate that on the other side with a 0.
Yeah, you should be able to be fired up when you see that, and they weren't able to be because the rest of the team just let them down. I don't know what to say about the Rifle. This is a proud franchise, and they're really struggling, and it's hard to see. They're doing the double tight end thing in a tough tight end year, and it's working for them. That strategy's working for them, but the tight end, there's got to be some relief in the tight end world. I think Debo is a candidate to get moved. Depends. I think it's going to depend on how Washington does this week. Actually, does Washington even play this week? I'd have to look.
Scary Terry's out though.
Oh, okay.
Again.
He's out
so
again.
He might be off the table.
That's right. Terry McLaurin came back, played a little bit of football, caught a touchdown pass, and went out hurt again. So that's the same injury, quad injury as well. So I don't think we'll see him this week. So maybe that will bode well for Debo. Keep riding that Debo Samuel roller coaster. That's hard. Soaring Eagles getting good things from Josh Allen, as you would expect. Chain looks 20-point-a-week player. And, they got Aronde Gadsden, who was Comish's embarrassment in the last pod. I couldn't really get Aronde Gadsden in my brain. But he heard me. It was a Thursday night game, and he went and he put up a really impressive total with 18.7 points. So good for Aronde Gadsden. You got one over on me there. Let's go to, where are we? We got talked about that one. I guess we got just the garbage game left. The garbage game of the week. We aren't going to spend a lot of time talking on it because it was so gross. It was a 78.6 to 77.05 disgusting game from the Knuckleheads beating. I guess I defeated worst team ever by roughly 1 point. Worst team ever needed 22 points between 3 players on Monday night and failed to get it. I think if WTE was on the line right now, he would agree with me that the best outcome for this game with this performance was for us to both take an L or at least a tie. I don't know that a W should get awarded for not failing to break 80, but it is what it is. Christian, were you able to stomach looking at this game at all, and any keys that you saw?
No, I just think it's just an unlucky sort of week, and I don't want to say year for both of you because your team commission is looking pretty good, but it's just I think some bad injury week and outages from key positions, tough waiver wire that just led to of a wet noodle fight here. Yeah.
Ant, did you bother looking at this sub 80 nonsense that went on?
I did. I actually, I had some stake in this. I really needed worst team ever to win, but he pulled the worst team ever and and just couldn't get it done.
Yeah. Hopefully this one just gets behind both teams, and that'll be enough of that because it just doesn't get any more gross than that. Don't want to think about it anymore. All right, so that was week 8 action. So coming out of week 8, looking at the scoreboard, we had 2 teams remaining in the guillotine side bet, and the team that came up with the highest point total last week was Sody Pantloads. Sody Pantloads is our first guillotine side bet. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Hold on. Hold on. No, Sody Pantloads is our first. I got too many notes on too many different things. Our first guillotine side bet winner. Let me get a graphic up for him. See if I can get some sort of celebration for him.
Wait, Brian, who was left?
Yeah, I think it was you. Hold on.
Well, I think I outscored Sody this week.
Hold on. Was it you and Sody that were left and you're the winner? Right? Hold on. Let me call this up. Yeah, that's right. It was you and Sody, and you won the guillotine side bet. So everyone that participated, there's 7 owners. We won't count no lineup in there. Make sure you get your $10. Venmo or however you prefer, but Pay up. It's time. And congratulations, no lineup. I tried to steal your thunder. I feel like this is the second week in a row that I've tried to eliminate you out of the side bet, and you end up winning.
Hey, I'm losing them. I'm losing all the time, so I understand why. But no, I appreciate it. 3-5 and still making money.
Congratulations to no lineup needed for being the first winner of the Bar Fantasy Football Podcast Guillotine side bet. That's perfect. All right, so let's what do we got going on here? Let's take a look at Week 9 action. So we talked about playoff implications with the games that were played this week, and there were many of them, but we certainly want to talk about this week because the way that the games have fallen, there are some matchups here that give us a lot of traction playoff-wise. While we do that, I just want to call up chat. 70 Sox fan 7687. Yui is a special teams merchant. Go Pantloads. Let's see. Nick KB3PT is talking about buy for Tua. And Tua could be on the block. Would you believe that he's on the block?
No. Tua's there to stay until he gets one more concussion.
And Nick KB3PT does not believe in Tua tonight. He says it's prime time, so he might die.
Yeah, it's a Thursday prime time too, which never is good things for Tua.
And a shout out to Cubesy for the tip on Kraft. I did not realize that you got some Tucker Kraft inside information going on here. All right, gentlemen, we're going to also address a question in the chat from Jacob Rogers, 7516. You need to pick two. Between Khalil Shakir, Woody Marks, Jacoby Crosby Merritt, Rico Dowdle, or Matthew Golden. Christian, I'll go start with you. Khalil Shakir, Woody Marks, Jacoby Crosby Merritt, Rico Dowdle, or Matthew Golden. Pick two of those players. I might have lost Christian. And I'm going to go to you. Pick two. Shakir, Marks, JCM. Merritt and Marks. Yep. Yeah, that's absolutely. I think that Carolina needs to make a decision on what they're doing moving forward before they get any sort of, for people continue to bank on Rico Dowdle. And Woody Marks I'm not sold on. So I'm gonna go I'll go Shakir and Golden out of that group. That's interesting with two. And Jake, I'm going to turn that mic up. Thanks for that. Sometimes I move away from the mic too much. So that's a check-in on the chat. And let's talk about Week 9. Whopper Moppers taking on Knuckleheads. Right now the projections have it going 136 to 127 Whopper Moppers. What do you think is going to happen in this game?
This is a tough bye week for you, isn't it? Or wait, am I looking at the wrong? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong game.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, no, it is. You got no Baker, but Sam Darnold. I have high hopes for him. I feel like he's going to do well, so that should be good for you. Yeah, I like your team this week. Tom has a good team. He's got Cook, which is going to carry. He's got his wide receivers back, so. Actually, Tom looks scary this week, so I'm going to go with the projections and side with the Moppers this one.
All right. Yeah, I kind of agree, only because I think Kamani Vidal is going to have a really good game. He's been up and down, but he has gone over 20 points twice since Omarion Hampton went down, and I just see good things for him. I had to plug in Kareem Hunt, and that's, we'll see. That could be the key for me, plus or minus this week, but we'll see. I really think that Whopper Moppers has some good matchups going this week, and all the green check marks are on that side of the ball for a reason. So I'll side against myself and go Whopper Moppers. Let's look at worst team ever in the Springfield Rifle. Right now, lineups are not set. But right now, worst team ever is favored by a good margin, 10 points, 129 to 119. But again, I see some lineup work to be done. What do you think? Between these two teams, you've got 1-7 in both cases. I think both of these teams are jumping on the spoiler train. Certainly the loser of this one has to know that the odds are just about zero for moving forward. There might be a miracle chance for the winner. Who takes this one? Worst team ever taken on the rifle.
I hate to say it, but worst team ever has to take this one, only because the rifle is just so limited for his wide receivers. It just seems like he has nothing going on there, and that just kind of can kill a team sometimes when you have two spots where guys are not consistently performing at a higher level.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough position in fantasy when you're not getting production in a PPR league, when you're not getting production from your pass catchers, and they just aren't. I like the addition of Kayshon Boutte. I talked about him on the waiver special, but we'll see. It could be Boutte, Kayshon Boutte, because we like to say it. And then Debo. Debo can get you 25 points this week, or he could get you 6. So that's just a frustrating situation to be in. He continues to ride the 2 tight end train, so we'll see if that works out for him. But right now, projections definitely favoring worst team ever, and it's looking like this could be a well needed victory for worst team ever this week. Well, it could be the shootout of the week. Sody Pantloads taking on Soaring Eagles. This is a game with massive playoff implications for them and for us. 134 to 138. Right now, the Soaring Eagles are favored by 4 with the 138. When you look at this game, Sody Pantloads is certainly hoping that the Drake May train keeps rolling. And can Drake May outpoint Josh Allen, who could be involved in a shootout with Kansas City this week? What do you think?
Damn, this is a close one. I like Sody here. I do, unfortunately, kind of think Drake May is pretty good.
He is.
But yeah, Josh Allen's also pretty good. Man, the AFC East kind of has a stacked QB, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, Soaring Eagle has some good guys too. This one is going to be a tie, I think.
It certainly could be. I see both of these teams blowing up, and also it'll be a squeaker one way or the other. I got this plus or minus 2. I really can't call it. If Cortland Sutton can pull out a game that he's capable of, he's got a little bit of a low projection. Maybe that would be enough to put Sody Pantloads over the top, but it's sure going to be close.
I agree on that Sutton one.
All right, let's take a look at your game. We just had Christian on the line. He had to drop off. Right now, he's favored to win 132 to 128. He's pulling in at 3-5. You're at 4-4. Definitely, both teams want the win. How do you see this going this weekend?
I'm just, it's like those Halloween movies where you turn the corner and then Michael Myers is there. That's me right now. Christian is gonna kill me this week.
Yeah, I don't know. Your team, you plugged in Trevor Lawrence. I think that's a good pickup for this week. Travis Etienne, I worry a little bit about, but your wide receivers have just been killers, and Jamar Chase turned into Jamar Chase after a little bit of an off start. Tucker Kraft against Carolina is a really good matchup. I think this is another shootout. Yeah, I don't know. This will be another interesting game. Those are 2 games that have really impressive playoff implications, as all of those teams are jockeying for those last few positions in the playoffs. So yeah, this will be a fun week. This is going to be a fun week in Bar for sure.
Yeah, this one's huge. I'm curious to see what Christian does at tight end.
Yeah, so am I. Yeah, he had floated I know that he floated a trade. There is a little tiny glimmer of help on the waiver wire, but we'll see what he's going to do. And finally, we've got our juggernaut team, Huey Lewis in the news, 8-0 in first place. Playoffs are pretty much assured. Taking on Born to Run. Born to Run got a really well-needed victory last week, and they're at 4-4, right in the hunt. Right now, lineups aren't set. Born to Run's got a bunch of holes in there, but Huey Lewis is projected to go 133 to 113. Who wins this game, Ant?
This one's going to be 9-0 for Huey. I just don't see a path where he loses. He's just got so many guys, so many good matchups. His team, somehow he puts a lineup that's, look at 62%. Oh, actually, Walt has Barkley out, so never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, still going to go with Huey this week.
Yeah, it looks like Walt's possibly playing the two tight end situation if Brock Bowers comes back, but he's going to have to find something to do for Saquon Barkley. He doesn't have another, or didn't have another running back on the bench. I can check his bench now. Yeah, he's got no running backs on the bench, and so if you're left with what's on waivers right now, you look at the waiver wire special from the other day, it's gross. So, especially at running back.
Ryan.
He's got Samaj P. Ryan. That's right. He's out there. I don't know that you want to be plugging Samaj P. Ryan in for Saquon Barkley and taking on Huey Lewis in the news, but he may not have a choice.
Yeah, no, I mean that's his path to success. Go for it, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's on vacation. He can take a little bit of the pain, but maybe he's got something in the works. There are it's only Thursday. There's still time for some trades, so who knows what can happen. Yeah, so that is week 9. So we covered week 8. We covered week 9. We talked about the guillotine side bet. We got resolution for no lineup needed. I can't believe that I screwed them up and got their results backwards 2 weeks, but it seems to have brought them luck in the guillotine side bet because they're the winners. So good for them. And I want to thank you for calling in tonight. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, it's been a pleasure as always, Commish.
All right. Anything for the good of the order before we leave for the night?
Fins up in about an hour.
Fins up. Yeah, we did the show tonight, 7:00 start. We don't have Born to Run's insights, so we shaved a little time off. We're giving everyone a chance to get ready and subject themselves to the Ravens-Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. So if that's how you want to spend your Thursday night, more power to you. It doesn't seem like a terrific idea, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put my Fins jersey on, or as I like to call it now, my clown costume, and enjoy the night.
All right. That is our show, and good luck to all.